Είναι ο Ιωάννης. Hello. Welcome. Είναι Δραβετσόνα. Από το DM, έτσι. Οκ. Είναι ο Ιωάννης λοιπόν από το DM25 και να μας πει δύο λόγια για την διαδικασία εδώ, για το πώς ουσιαστικά τον εκφράζει. Και ο Κλίντ, λοιπόν. Hello to you too. Could you tell us some, the first impressions of your attendance here in the Mera25 conference? The first impressions, your images from the place, every detail you can express with us.
Okay, thank you very much for welcoming us here at the Radio Mera. Kalimera to everyone. We arrived yesterday evening with a flight from Berlin, and we were really impressed. We came directly from the airport with a bus ride to the beautiful site here at the harbor, and we were really impressed about the whole setup and the speeches that happened yesterday, the ones that we could understand, the ones that were in English. And it's really good to see how DM25 and Mera25 are developing here in Greece. It's inspiring.
You, Klim?
Hello. I really like that the place apparently has a lot of history, and it's an amazing location, and everybody's really, really nice and friendly. It's amazing to be here.
You let me translate for 1 second. Ο Ιωάννης λοιπόν είπε ότι φτάσανε κατευθείαν από το αεροδρόμιο εδώ στο χώρο ερχόμενοι από το Βερολίνο, ότι έχουν μείνει εντυπωσιασμένοι και από το χώρο, και ο Κλίντ είπε το ίδιο, και από τη διαδικασία, από τις ομιλίες που έχουν γίνει σε ό,τι αφορά τουλάχιστον εκείνες τις ομιλίες που μπορούσαν να αντιληφθούν λόγω του ότι ήταν στα αγγλικά. Γενικότερα η πρώτη εντύπωση είναι ότι έχουν μια πολύ όμορφη εικόνα από το τι συμβαίνει εδώ. Guys, what do you think about the future? What future holds us? Is it something that we can be optimistic about via DM25 and Mera25? Is it something that we could contribute on in order to achieve some different things that it's from the past that as young people more is it difficult, or we can achieve these things that we are saying here during these 3 days? What do you think?
I think it's incredibly difficult. I'm deeply impressed by what you have built here in Greece with Mera25, and we're also building the movement DM25 in Germany, but you're much further ahead. And still, I'm deeply concerned about a lot of things, about future of Europe, about climate change, about poverty in different parts of Europe. But seeing all what you have built here in not so many years, it really gives me hope, and I hope we can achieve something similar in Germany, because there's many people in Germany as well who suffer, who are afraid of losing their jobs and so on. And I hope we can build something similar.
Johannes?
Yes, I think the forces, like Naomi Klein said yesterday, the forces that we are up against them together. They are transnational. That's why it needs some transnational political force like DiEM25 to turn things around. I think, of course, Greece had a special situation after the economic crisis in 2008, and we were all suffering with you. And like Clement said, at the same time, in Germany we have similar problems. The economy, climate change, all of that is happening basically all over the world, certainly all over Europe, and that's why it's so important that we are fighting this fight together.
Ρώτησα τον Ιωάννη και τον Κλίντ τι θεωρούν ότι αν μπορεί να γίνει μέσω και από αυτής της διαδικασίας εδώ, μέσω του συνεδρίου του Μέρα25 που ξεκινάει μια καινούρια πορεία το κόμμα, αλλά και σαν κίνημα και σαν DiEM25, αν θεωρούν ότι είναι πάρα πολύ δύσκολο να γίνει κάποια αλλαγή και σε ευρωπαϊκό επίπεδο και σε τοπικό επίπεδο και γενικότερα αν μπορούμε να επιτύχουμε τους στόχους τους οποίους βάζουμε κατά τη διάρκεια του τριημέρου. Μου είπαν ότι είναι εξαιρετικά δύσκολο, παρόλο και εμείς σαν Μέρα 25 εδώ στην Ελλάδα είμαστε λίγο πιο μπροστά από το DiEM25, τέλος πάντων το κίνημα στη Γερμανία, αλλά και η Γερμανία αντιμετωπίζει προβλήματα σε ό,τι αφορά το περιβαλλοντικό, την οικονομία. Γενικότερα δηλαδή βλέπουμε ότι χρειάζεται ένας φορέας, ένα κίνημα πανευρωπαϊκό, το οποίο να μπορεί να δείχνει σε κατά τόπους την πολιτική πορεία που πρέπει να πάρουμε για το μέλλον. In Greece we have the perception that in the rest of Europe things are better and more economically, but also in other areas. But as you told me, there are many similar things in Europe that all people pass through, like not only ecologically but economically as well. Many people in Germany, they don't have the economic situation that we believe here. They are in a difficult situation, and because you're coming from Germany, how are things there, and how DiEM25 can promote something different in Germany, but in Europe as well, because we've seen many years, especially from 2008, many things altered in our lives, for sure, and I think forever. So what do you think is the main keys, the main bullet points that DiEM25 can promote around Europe? Whoever wants.
I think one of the really key things is working transnationally, and because all the people who are now very powerful, who decide about our future, about economics, they work together in Europe, in the whole of the world. So I think really we have to work together as well. And we have to build power across Europe, but we also have to build up solidarity across Europe. At the moment in Germany, we working on our national program for DiEM25, and we have a lot of things that are specific for the situation in Germany, but we also have things in our program that aim for the whole of Europe and to improve your situation here and improve the situation for people all over Europe. And I can give you just one small example. I remember that during the crisis, Germany forced, together with the Troika and the EU institutions, to force Greece to sell its airports to Fraport, to the German company.
Yeah.
So now in the program, in the German program, we demanding that Fraport has to give back the airports to the Greek people. And stuff like this, I think, is possible if we build a transnational movement and if we build transnational and European solidarity.
Yes, I'd like to add, maybe telling the Greek audience a little bit that of course the people in power in Germany and also the bosses of the big companies that Clemens has just mentioned, Fraport, Deutsche Bank and so on, they don't suffer from the crisis. They are actually winners from the crisis. That's clear. But there's a different situation for a lot of people in Germany that are on the lower end, and they actually lost during the crisis. The scissor, as we call it in Germany, between rich and poor is going up more and more. And that's why I think the development clearly only points in one direction, which is the same in Greece, in Germany, of course with different specific situations, but here at the harbor actually, where you can look around and see a lot of old all refinery ruins that once gave work to a lot of people. Now, of course, we have to change and put people into work at different places. But at the same time, the same happens to a lot of coal plants and coal mining in Germany as well, which is very similar. So I think all of that needs a positive vision, and that's what we're trying to do at DiEM25. We have the Green New Deal for Europe campaign, for example, where we're trying to push for green jobs for everyone, a decent living, and return of dignity. I remember that from the Mera 25 program.
Yeah, and it was the main quote. Ρώτησα τα παιδιά αν μπορούν να μας δώσουν κάποια στοιχεία για το πώς μπορεί να επεκταθεί αυτή η διαφορετική πολιτική με κάποια στοιχεία, ας πούμε, συγκεκριμένα και στη Γερμανία που προέρχονται, αλλά γενικότερα στην Ευρώπη, και μου απάντησαν ότι το ένα από αυτά θα είναι ουσιαστικά να επιστρέψει, και το τελευταίο που είπε και ο Ιωάννης, να επιστρέψει ουσιαστικά η αξιοπρέπεια των ανθρώπων, όχι μόνο στην Ελλάδα αλλά και σε όλη την Ευρώπη, γιατί το βάρος της κρίσης το έχουν υποστεί και το έχουν επομιστεί περισσότερο οι λαοί παρά η Fraport, όπως μας είπε ο Κλίντ, που έχει πάρει τα 14 περιφερειακά αεροδρόμια, αλλά η Deutsche Bank και άλλες, αλλά όχι μόνο στη Γερμανία, γενικότερα στην Ευρώπη. Κάποιοι έχουν πλουτίσει και αυτή η ψαλίδα που λέμε μεταξύ πλουσίων στρωμάτων και φτωχότερων στρωμάτων έχει μεγαλώσει παραπάνω. I would like to ask you, because it's very important, as you are the main people that come from DiEM25 here in Drapetsona, to give me a message for the future. What do you think, what do you believe, what do you want to see in the recent years, not until 25 maybe, 2025, but after that? Because it's very important to express this common feeling with the Greek audience and the Greek supporters of DiEM25 and Mera 25. Johannes, you can say first.
Thanks. I think the main message from me would be we are in this together. I think the DiEM25 has been the attempt from the beginning to do transnational political work, and that is our core principle that we I remember that we said always that borders are actually a scar on the face of the earth, so we want to overcome them. I think they're actually a sign of weakness, so we want to work across borders, work as Europeans and people living in Europe to turn around what has happened after the crisis in 2008, but even before, think beyond capitalism and do this together with everyone here in Greece, at home in Germany, in Berlin. But I've also been already traveling for DiEM25 to Belgrade in Serbia, to Lisbon in Portugal, to Brussels. So in all these places all around Europe, in the European Union, but even also beyond that, like in Serbia, for example, people facing similar challenges. And yes, we're in this together. And Efraristo for being on the Radio Mera.
We thank you. Clint?
My message would be one of hope, to have hope, because I understand that if you look at the European Union at the moment and you look at Germany, then you have, well, there's other countries as well, but you have Germany blocking every change. And I understand that this must be very frustrating. It is frustrating for me, but I still have hope, and I can tell one very brief story of hope, which gives me hope. The other day I was in Berlin collecting signatures for an initiative called Deutsche Wohnen enteignen. Deutsche Wohnen is a huge enterprise which has thousands of apartments bought up and they raise the rents.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So now this initiative tries to expropriate it and to give back the apartments to the city of Berlin. So I was in the park collecting signatures, talking to a lot of people, and some people, they already heard about it and they said, yeah, okay, I sign. And some other people said, oh, this communism or whatever, I don't want to sign. But the big majority of people, they haven't heard about it. They were ready to listen. They thought about it for a second and then they said, okay, that's a good thing, I'll sign. And this really gives me hope. It's just about having a lot of mobilization, talking to people, convincing them that this is the right way forward. But I think that change is possible even in Germany.
Being open is the main solution. Open to hear new things and old things, but in a different way. Guys, thank you very much for you being here. It was an honor discussing with you the situation in Germany, but also in a European level. And keep up the good work you're doing via DiEM25. Thank you.
You too. Thank you for having us.
Yes, carpe diem.
Carpe diem. Ρώτησα τα παιδιά να μας δώσουν ένα μήνυμα για το μέλλον μέσω και της ύπαρξής τους στο DiEM25 και είπαν ότι το πρώτο μήνυμα που είπε ο Γιωχάννης είναι ότι ουσιαστικά είμαστε όλοι μαζί σε αυτό και σε αυτό πρέπει να στοχεύουμε και ο Klimt είπε ότι να διατηρούμε την ελπίδα γιατί και έδωσε και ένα παράδειγμα μέσω μιας εταιρείας η οποία αγοράζει κτίρια και σπίτια στο Βερολίνο και τα μεταπουλάει ή τα μετανοικιάζει με μεγαλύτερη τιμή από την αντικειμενική αξία και είπε ότι κάποιοι άνθρωποι ουσιαστικά ήταν δεκτικοί, κάποιοι άλλοι λέγανε άσε με τώρα μην ασχολείσαι με αυτά, αλλά ήταν μεγάλη ελπίδα το ότι κάθισαν οι άνθρωποι, άκουσαν τα επιχειρήματα και τελικά αποφάσισαν να το υποστηρίξουν. Οπότε ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ και τον Γιωχάννης και τον Klimt. Εμείς πάμε να ακούσουμε ένα τραγουδάκι και επιστρέφουμε για τη συνέχεια.